amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vanderkran in second. Red round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vanderkran in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson off wide.
Is green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to twos. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns for 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Breeze Tanak Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can do it wrong. Dodds just absolutely needs to run it into it. Really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SRW TV. After a couple of weeks away, we return with Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Series action here for you on your screens as ever more could be. I'm your commentator here tonight, Hamish Munro, joined as always by the man himself, Stephen Sinkovic. Sinker, I know you're setting up your stuff at the moment, trying to get it all sorted. What a massive season we have ahead of us, though. What a massive championship we had ahead of us. We're back to the Pro-Am and Am side of things, and we are looking ahead to what could be an absolute fireworks display of a way to begin this season.
Mate, it's going to be absolute crackers. What a track to start the season off at. Probably not one of my favourites, to say the least. But what a lineup in the room tonight. Some boys are really out there pumped up. What do we got? We've got 35 on track at the moment. That's including Adam Hughes. So 34 on track at the moment. Out there having a bit of a play.
Mate, it is going to be absolutely immense, absolutely massive. Returning faces, new faces as well into the field for this season. It's going to be an absolute cracker. You guys do not want to miss it. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon. We're going to get it out the way early because this season is going to be absolutely huge. Not just for the Supercars realm of things, but for everything else we have on offer for you as well. Obviously, Supercars, it's huge as always, both the Tuesday night and the Sunday night as well. And then also the Wednesday night Cooler Master Super Formula Championship, where we already got a preview of how good it can be in the Australian Open Wheel Nationals side of things. At the end of last season. That is locked in to possibly happen at the end of this upcoming season. Thursday night GR8 Sixes is ready to rock and roll once again, as well as Friday night Legends World Challenge for your free Friday night fun, and then Sunday Supercars as well, Sinker. So it is going to be a massive season ahead as I have to reload my overlays. Thank you so much, SDK. Really appreciate it. But regardless, a massive season ahead for us, Sinker.
First night and SDK straight away playing games with us.
It always does it.
Tell you what, it's I can't believe how quick it's gone. We've been away for 3 weeks, having a bit of R&R. I've moved homes. I'm in my new place. I've literally just set my PC up now. That's how crunch for time I've been in the last few weeks.
Don't go revealing this address like you did your last one, Sinker. Just dox yourself live on broadcast.
So yeah, it's been epic. Sleep, not much. Excitement, plenty. Heaps of names and new, like you said, new names, old names come back. Everything's looking really, really tidy. I mean, we changed the profile of how registrations work. And the numbers are more than positive. I'll tell you what, in here, it's crazy. First week back at school, so some people are probably still on holidays, but it's a great field. Tomorrow night, Formula Super Lights is going to be packed. There is some amazingly fast guys that have entered this series for the Formula Super Lights, and the 86s is looking absolutely stonker full too. Your legends are building numbers and building momentum as we go. And Sunday night, the pace that looks like in there is sensational. So if you want to throw your hat in the ring, no aids, all championship quality drivers on a Sunday night, mate, you got to go in there and join it.
You do, and I mean it's a hell of a challenge for you to put yourself forward. I mean, we saw some maybe overzealous drivers challenge themselves that last season, but they gave it a go and they had a crack. And that's all we ask for is someone goes out there and has a crack, but you become honest with yourself as well out on track, Sync. I mean, there's some fast boys out there. Of course, Ty Delaney is the defending champion in that series. Won his first ever league title last season right here in SRW. Absolutely insane.
First pro league title.
Well, no, just first overall title, like finishing number one in a whole field is what I mean.
Yeah, winning the winning that must have been pretty awesome. I know it would have, even for me to win at AMS, I'd be stoked. So to win a championship like that at the top level is pretty amazing.
Well, we've also got a couple of different things. I'm still waiting for your video ninja thing to get set up, Sinker. It's still not there, but...
Okay, mate, we're getting there because I've got to enter the series first.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have a chin wag with you at the same time, mate.
Well,
because
that's all right.
I haven't seen these people out here for a while. Who's out in the room tonight with us?
Well, there's a heap of drivers out there. The biggest name that we have to keep an eye on tonight is Mr. James Parfit. And if you don't know him by that name, you'll know him as a Thursday night viewer, of course, as JP. So he's having a run in the supercars. And for me, Sinker, I get to call racing with him nearly every Friday morning now. And I get to either give him hell or give him props for how well he's doing in the Tuesday Supercars every single week. So I'm looking forward to that opportunity just to see how he does in these cars. Obviously, having to join an Australian server can be a tough job. Of course, he's based out of the UK. So we'll see how he does. It's a tough task. He's thrown himself in right at the deep end. But, I think he'll be up to the challenge. We'll see. It's the first time we ever get to see him race in SRW altogether.
Oh, look, it's going to give me plenty of ammunition on Thursday night. Let me tell you that right now.
Well, all he has to do is go on the backlog, Sinker, and he'd have a whole, army of ammunition, I'm sure, to counteract with. But
does it go back that far?
Oh, surely. Surely it goes back far enough.
I'm sure I've hit a race button enough times to make that. Miss Anderson. Mrs. Anderson. She's out there. Good evening, Hamish and Sinker. Good luck, JP. And the SRW boys are out in full force. For those of you who don't know, Team SRW won 2 Bathurst 1000s. Not one, but 2 Bathurst 1000s over the weekend. The morning shift and the evening shift.
Which split?
Mate, you're asking the wrong person. There was definitely a split.
Well, I'll say if it was the evening shift, I looked at split 1 and split 2, and I did not see Team SRW in there, so it must have been split 3. Because there was only 3 in the 5 p.m. session. But
I really ask that question.
To race, no matter what split you're in, to actually race around Bathurst for 161 laps, to stay on the lead lap is a hard enough task as it is, but actually to win the race is an even harder task as well, because you literally have to not take an extra pit stop at all throughout the race. You just have to take regular pit stops, have no hits into the wall or anything. You have to stay clean and consistent throughout the whole thing, and it is such a tough task to do.
We won the first one by 5 seconds and the second one by 8. So they had an absolute blinder of a night. They kept it clean all the way through. So I guess that's what needs to happen. Oh, there's a bit of wall contact there.
That's, of course, Mr. Parfit.
James Parfit.
Straight into the wall. So he's definitely been thrown straight in the deep end.
I did tell him that yellow livery is going to look magnificent as it peels off the walls.
He's already hit the wall for us, so he's getting it going nice and early for us here, in showing us his best attack at the wall. Only a couple of times have been set thus far, though. Sean Rigby, Mick Clifton, Blake Fitzpatrick's all their first lap time attempts are coming in now. We'll see how the whole field kind of lines up here. Rigby and his teammate, I think it's Wade something now. I can't remember right now. He's on the field today. Both of them were a couple of revelations at the end of last season, and Rigby here could get a whole season under his belt, and we'll see how well he can do here in SRW as Gallen does a big drift through turn 5. One of the biggest issues we could find at this track, Sinker, now it's not that big of an issue when you're in your kind of top split level, obviously our pro on Sundays, Scops, Pro Invitational, whatever it is. In those series, you'll see guys going for overtakes at spots you would think you cannot overtake there, but they get it done. Tonight, I don't think we're going to see that. We may see a couple of battle packs start to form where we get some trains happening. There are still some overtaking opportunities here, but realistically, to win this race, it goes back to the old adage, to finish first, you first have to finish. You just cannot hit the wall around here, and that is the first task on your hand, is just don't hit the wall.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen a couple of AMS win titles in the V8s and on the 86s, purely not on pace, but purely on driving clean and driving smart. So it's definitely a key way to win a title. Avoid all the carnage and everything like that, and just be, like you said before, a bit true to yourself. you know you can't battle that guy. Don't waste your time battling him. Let him go through and just keep going for it and fighting for it. But you know what? We're all drivers and we all get on track and we all want to win and don't want people to pass us. So it makes it a bit hard.
That's right. Makes it incredibly, incredibly tough.
Thanks.
In the background.
How you doing, mate?
Mr.
Welcome
Banks.
back. It's good to see. What's he saying here? Good luck, everyone, for the season ahead. Let's go, Pelicans. Let's use of these Gen 2 brakes before the Gen 3 brakes. Yeah, listen, mate, I'm not going to get too excited about Gen 3 braking. We've been hearing about too much of this propaganda from iRacing for a while. I reckon the Toyota's going to get out there on this track before the V8 supercars.
You have got no faith, Sinker. Absolutely no faith.
I don't, mate. It's gone out the door.
You guys also
Went out
noticed
with
as well,
faith.
we have a slightly different look for our double screen this season as well. The reason I've just opened it is I'm actually going to bring up the calendar in a second. And I really wanted to, obviously, to show this off, but I actually had to resize the calendar. There it is, right there. So, this season, Sync Up, big calendar ahead of us. Of course, running with the officials. Long Beach round 1, Road America next week for round 2, Mugello, Aragon, Motegi, East Circuit, Algarve, VIR, Mosport, and then Sandown for the end of the championship. So we missed out on Bathurst this season because of when it fell on the officials, but what a calendar it is. I am excited. I get to call a lot of these tracks 3 times a week over this next season, and that's 3 opportunities for me to get to call amazing racing every single week, and I am really, really excited for what is to come at a lot of these circuits. Mugello always throws up great racing. So does Portimao. Most sports a hidden gem. VIR, you can have some incredible stuff happen. Motegi as well. I mean, Aragon's the only unknown for me because I've never seen a supercars race around there. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm interested and I'm invested to see how it goes.
There's only one way to find out, mate, when the season starts.
And that's
We'll
to
be
go
out
racing.
there.
Exactly.
Get a go for it. Okay, let me see which screen do I pick. Got it.
We're also setting up Sinker's second screen at the same time as well. For the you're actually, this is a good opportunity for me to do this. Actually, you'll notice there's a slight. You may not notice there's a slight different change to the actual double screen this season. This is the first time Sinker will be seeing it as well. A little bit of a gradient, but you'll also see this as well throughout the season as well, Sinker. So Tuesday night's obviously red because of Supercars. Wednesday night's purple, and then Sunday night, I've already sent the GR861 to JP. Sunday night is white. So it's all matching our broadcast now, and we get to show off just to, it makes it feel every single show a little bit different.
Yeah, it's yes, I like it. I do like it, and we try to do things by colour codes. Sort of
Exactly.
things, so it comes across really well. Here we go. My Ninja is about to get working.
Very good. Very good. As we're on board now with Jeremy Bush. I'm not sure if he's ever raced in SRW Sinker. I have called his racing for quite a long while in Vets.
And yep, he has.
Oh, very good.
I know the name. And I am sharing down the bottom down there, Hamish.
Very
So
good,
I
mate.
am all plugged in. We've got 20 viewers. Exciting times. We've got a hell of 9 weeks coming. Finishing with with our amazing Formula Superlights Australia.
You're cutting in and out a little bit there, Sinker. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Maybe I'm just dancing around too much.
Maybe.
We're also planning season 2025 already, so we are ahead of things and getting super excited.
Well, it's exciting times, not only to be a fan of SRW, but also a driver as well. A lot of
Tell us what we sound like now, mate. Testing 1 2 1 2. Go the Gallinator. Oh, bit of contact there in the pits. Is the audio better? Because now I've got my mic in
hang on.
full mic mode.
Sheafy's the wrong person to ask, since Sheafy is deaf.
Oh, he's not completely deaf.
Wow,
He's partially
he's hard of
deaf. That makes
hearing.
it all more to ask, because what he does hear, it's crucial to hear.
He doesn't wear his hearing aids when he's on the rig, so it makes him a little bit hard of hearing. Spook Steph isn't around, wanted to battle with you tonight. Yeah, well, of course, she's up at Bathurst this weekend, so we might see Miss Piccoli back on track next week as well.
I nearly went up there for a client this weekend, but unfortunately their budget didn't allow it. So I was unfortunate. I was going to be in the corporate suite for the whole weekend.
How would we have gone for Sunday, Sinker, if you'd done that?
Oh, I would have taken my laptop with you, mate. Simple as that.
Oh,
I would have called it a little bit like this.
Yeah. A couple of free drinks, a couple of how you
A little
going.
bit plugged up.
Got about 5 minutes of qualifying left. 29 drivers have set times thus far in the session. Scott Weston, Andrew Cowan, James Parfitt, David Thornton, Brad Anderson, Ben Simpson yet to set times here in qualifying. Although Parfitt has made significant attempts to get a time in, is this time going to count for him across the line? He comes. Has it counted? It hasn't. So he must be hitting walls somewhere, Sinker. Must just be scraping the concrete somewhere.
Maybe he thinks that the walls are getting close is faster.
Maybe.
Here's a tidbit for you. Jamie Davis, who set the fastest lap, 1:19.145. This will be his last Tuesday night season, by the look of it. He will be dedicating himself to the championship next season, which will be season 1 for 2025. So this is his chance to win it. If he doesn't win it now, it's all over it, right?
I've noticed, Sinker, you've adjusted his livery to get a bit more blue, but you didn't end up fixing the liveries, though. In the off season. Well,
no, look, we just touched them up a little bit. I haven't done a complete livery change.
I did say to you, I'm happy to help you out.
No. I'm quite happy with the way the rear end looks now. It does finish solid on the red, but that's okay. I'm not too fussed about that. The rest of it all blends in. The bonnet blends in nicely too now. People are calling me mad not going to Bathurst this weekend. Look, mate. If you're going to be in a tent, I know there's some rain coming through Queensland way at the moment. I'm sure that'll probably make its way to Bathurst, so who knows if it's going to be dry at all up there.
Well, Steph out there saying it's bloody cold. I've had dinner, a shower, and in my swag already. So, the workaround I always find whenever I go camping, particularly Sinker, I'm lucky. I have a 6-foot length tray on the back of my ute that I can roll my swag out on, so I'm not right on the ground, so at least I can stay up above and not too cold.
You get National Wildlife coming in there and try to rescue you?
No, they don't. They do not. They see, when the BAs are rocking, they definitely don't come knocking. It's normally because I'm just moving too much in my sleep. But
and what do you think of the purple? Purple on that beautiful SAW car.
Let's find out which one are we looking at. Is it Jacobs? Because he's just come in pit lane.
I think it might have been Jacobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait for Jacob to come back out on track to have a look at it. But
no, Sinker, don't say that. Look, Steph, you're a braver human being than I am to be out in the swag, out in the dull lands, the wetlands of Bathurst, Parramatta, of Mount Panorama.
Mount Parramatta.
No, I said Mount Panorama. I did start with Parramatta. Mr. Barbs is out there tonight. He's our key aficionado for the night. I can't remember who's on the roster tonight. I think it's him, Mr. Leak.
Well, at the moment in the session we have Tyson, Leakey, and Adam. So, but we do know that Barb's being in Queensland, he is on weather watch at the moment, as is Cowie and a couple of other drivers out there. So they are on weather watch for the storms.
Throw some profanities. Oh, Mr. Parkhead into the wall. He's parked it. Oh, and he's got wiped out by someone in the rear. Who's that? Is that
James was also in the wall then as well at the same time. He has finally got a time on the board as well, 1:23.11. Actually gone faster than Jake Edwards, which I'm quite surprised at. But Edwards is on a faster sector at the moment in the second, down towards the line for him. Storms are fine. Oh, that's good, Barbs. I'm glad. Across the line comes Edwards. What's the time going to be? A 1:19.8 finds him P12 on the road. 31 cars have set a time in this session, Sinker. 4 of them yet to do so, but 3 of them are not out on track and haven't joined the track yet. Ben Simpson, Andrew Cowan, David Thornton. Brad Anderson has made solid attempts, but unable to get a time under his belt just yet. And Edwards is having some blinking problems.
I helped Mr. Simpson with a new livery. Not a new livery. He had a livery, and I just cleaned it up a little bit for him. It's nice. It's nice. A bit. I like the QPR one. Not bad look at all.
What, did you adjust all the QPR ones or just his?
No, he doesn't. David Simpson doesn't race. Ben Simpson doesn't race for QPR.
Oh.
He races for himself. He's a private team.
Why'd you mention QPR then?
Because I saw it on my second screen come around the corner.
Ah,
and
got ya.
got a new livery for it. Same as who's that's new?
Accelerate
who's that
Sim
new?
Racing got a slightly new livery on their cars.
Who's that?
That's
Marty Hughes has got a new one. Is that Marty Hughes? Accelerate?
This is Mick Clifton at the moment on your screen. Marty Hughes of PER. So they've still got their same colours rocking as qualifying comes to an end. We get cut off, which means it's sprint round action tonight. I actually didn't even check the format, I'm going to be honest with you. I was just ready to go racing.
Before we even get into that, you got to tune in Thursday night to watch our resident Tuesday night RC director, Mr. Greg Barber, get involved in the 86s. Let's see who loses penalty points trying to take him out.
He's immediately gonna get a drive-through penalty from RC. They're gonna have to show strong non-favoritism towards Barbs, it seems. But starting grid for tonight's race, we'll see how they all line up. Angus Lawford will start pole position on debut alongside Jamie Davis on the front row of the grid. Jaden Green and Brandon Levin will start on the second row with Blake Fitzpatrick and Sean Rigby on the third. Mark Houghton and John Gallen will start P7 and P8 with Mick Clifton starting in P9. Jeremy Bush will then make up the top 10. He'll start P1 for the amateurs here this evening. In behind them, we have Matty Parker and Jake Edwards on the sixth row of the group with Peter Pavlovic and Josh King lining up in behind. Ben Brook and Scotty Weston for the top 16 cars. Michael Schroeder, Marty Hughes for the top 18 with Craig Healy and Brett Taylor making up the top 20. Jacob Traynor and Callan Hodgson will make up the top 22 with Andrew Rushworth and Mitch Noble in behind them. Further back, we have Brad Hayes and Brad Hayes starting alongside each other with Di Feldman and Kurt Nommensen on the top 28. Tyler Sheaf, Martin Lipsy make up the top 30. James Parfitt, David Thornton, Andrew Cowan, Brad Anderson make up the rest of the grid with Adam and Ben Simpson as well, who may have left the session, I'm not sure, but Adam Hughes, Greg Leake, Tyson McAvoy in the session
people
tonight.
have internet issues. Cowie's having internet issues. And Hamish promises me that all banners will be on cars for the rest of the week, won't they, Hamish?
They will be, mate. I need Barbs to show me how to put them on there. So I can't remember. It was so long ago that we did it.
Only one, two. Oh, look, only my cars with the official banners on them.
Yeah, I need Barbs to help me apply them to the cars.
All right, people. Who do you think is going to get out there and smash it tonight? How many we're going to get into the wall in the first quarter? Let's put some predictions out there.
I've just noticed Angus and Jaden, who are debutants in the series, Sinker, are teammates, and they're both starting on the first two rows of the grid. So we could see some challenges here to help
Mr.
each other
Lawford.
out.
Yes, and Jaden Green you're talking to?
Yep, Angus Lawford and Jaden Green, P1 and P3.
Oh, could be some sneaky ones that might
Could
end up
be.
going to a Sunday night session, I reckon.
Oh, maybe. quite possibly, Sinker.
Greg Barb, look at his Barb's knows all. Oh,
does.
here we go.
So lights will be up in a couple of seconds.
Name from Barb to the Oracle. Let's refer to the Oracle.
Yep, let's refer to the Oracle on that one. Only awaiting Matty Parker and Andrew Cowan to join the grid. I believe Ben Simpson may have left the session because he's been classified below RC after qualifying. So I don't think we'll be seeing him out on track here tonight, unfortunately.
No, he wasn't expecting to come out tonight.
Oh, I know he's on track. He has made me look to be a liar. He's on track at the very last moment. So we have 35 cars to race around Long Beach. What could go wrong in the California streets? And the concrete jungle awaits. We are away for round one of season 4 of 2024. They get away nicely. Lawford's had a horrid start as Davis has taken the lead with Levin behind, Rigby in P3, and they swarm down towards the braking zone at turn 1. Blinking from behind for, I believe, Jake Edwards of Blackout OPR, and in through the fountain they come, and this is where we could see some of that early carnage, Sinker, as has happened already. Matty Parker's gone round.
What a tight spot to go to. He's got no way of spinning it around there very quickly. Davis is leading from the front straight away, staying away from the carnage. I feel for that boy that can't face the other way now.
It has
Is
been.
that Healy?
It's Healy, yeah, in the background. He's been spun round between turn 5 and turn 6. So, couple of moments already.
Ed Simpson in his car. Do you like that, mate?
I haven't seen it just yet, mate, because I haven't got the double screen up at the moment, I'll be honest. But we'll have a look at it in just a moment.
I've got him trying to rotate that car around.
Oh, so we could have early safety car here.
No, he's got it going. He's got it going.
Oh, that's good.
But it was tough. He was doing a Mike Myers.
I'll tell you what, James Parfit's just done an overtake, and he's done it at turn 9. Where has this come from?
Look, he can drive. It's just a matter of whether he's going to get to grips with the V8 supercar. That's the main thing.
He did mention to me he's good at going left. He's not so good at going right. So to actually do the overtake while going right is an exceptional job.
That's how he does his right-hander.
Oh, I've just clicked off him as we were doing that. Oh, he's done well. He's done well to get it through there. Kept it off the wall.
Some of these new liveries have thrown me.
Yeah.
I can hardly tell who's who in the zoo at the moment.
That's why it pays to try and get into the session as early as possible.
Mrs. Anderson says there's going to be 3 safety cars.
I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her for that call. This place, if it wasn't called, Los Angeles or the City of Angels, it'd be the City of Safety Cars if we weren't careful. As Andrew Rushworth's pulled up on the side of the road after the fountain, this could be the first safety car of the night if he is requesting a tow. And I believe Jeremy Bush has also had a moment as well. So early on in this race, we could see safety car.
Well, return of the Locked On lads.
Yep.
I bumped into the legendary J-Mac on the weekend. We share the same. We share... Oh, another one in the wall. One of the PR boys. We share the same Bunnings.
Oh,
and
interesting.
He's off in a couple of weeks' time, all the way up for the Shitbox Challenge.
Interesting. Very interesting. So start of... Your screen is very laggy, Sinker, I must say.
Can't be, mate. I've got 800 download and 50 upload, mate.
Oh.
So
we'll look into that one. We'll look into
my
it.
end is sensational. Maybe it's the Ninja not handling it.
Oh, it should be able to. Should be doing pretty well.
I do like. Is that the Primal? Is that the new
new Accelerate car that you're looking at right now?
Yeah, that looks really good. I do like that.
They've got a bit of like a speckled metallic on the side of it, a bit like a pearl.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We'll quickly look back at some of these early incidents that happened throughout lap 1 and lap 2. So this was Mitch Noble early on. If it's going to play ball for me, it is. So this was through turn 1. So obviously he's been held up a little bit here from some of the carnage that's happened. And yeah, it's just an absolute car park down there as Parker had gone round. So this is how Matty Parker ended up the wrong way round down at the fountain.
That incident was called no further action. It's just a driving incident.
Yeah.
Oh, Leaf McLean, I looked at his post on the thing and he goes, and he goes, let's go, Kurt. And I tell you what, I didn't read it like that the first time I read it.
I believe Mazes was also of this initial car. Yeah, just an absolute car park at that point.
Yeah,
so
that is a real bottleneck. That is there. If you can't get the single lines real quick, you're in deep doo-doo.
This was Healy's off the back of that little car park. He had Noble alongside him. Has there been some overlap? A little bit of overlap from the OPR car. I believe that was Hodgkinson.
That was Netcode. That was the one that was just called out. Netcode.
Leith McClement actually won the split that... no, you came our second, sorry, in the split that my drivers did of the 1,000 at the 5 p.m. session, so...
Nice. Oh, a bit of real tail wag there.
Yeah. So, what's happened to Hughes? Why is that... I think he just classified it as a crash because he span. Or he had that little tail wag, maybe, I don't know. And this was Rushworth, so... Was he already carrying damage? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he was. So he already had damage and he just couldn't get it turned in and then decided to pull it up from the car park instead.
He was into that wall then.
Yep. And here was Bushes down at turn 7.
I do like the new grey I did tonight for the boys.
So that was the spin.
It's a bit too much jangle around that corner.
Yeah. And let's see if Brooks
what that is? Been out of the V8 for too long.
Yeah. Well, no, he still races the V8 quite consistently. He just hasn't been in SRW recently. This is Ben Brook. Oh, so easy to do. Runs it wide and then very lucky not to get the double tap on the wall. Must be said.
He's just spun it nicely too. But Jamie Davis has got himself 1:19.396 is the fastest lap at the moment. 2 seconds ahead. We've got Brad Levine 2 seconds behind him. Sean Rigby 1:14. Mark Horton 1:31. And Mr. John Gallen is under a second on the back of Mark Horton, fighting along.
Aboard now with Jamie Davis down towards the Formula D section of the Long Beach circuit. Little right, left, right for this section. Such a tough section, Singer, because you've got so many different angles you can take it at. If you don't get right on one of them, if you don't get right on one of the driving lines through there, you end up brushing it out quite wide with some understeer. Final corner, you have a couple of options. You can either go super, super tight, or you can go super deep to get the run down the straight. So more or less,
you got behind you if you need to close that door a bit early or not.
Yeah,
you want to get the car facing straight as early as possible, so you can get a run down this straight. If you don't turn it around or lose traction coming out of that first corner, that last corner, you're pretty much screwed by the time you get to the very first one.
So Davis just starting to run away with it at the moment, at the lead of this race. Josh King with further back his teammate.
I didn't chat for you.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't change. We have the same one every time Hamish is on broadcast.
I'll put it in the description of
JP's there. He does it as well.
Yeah, I'll put my one in the description of all the streams that I do starting next week. So that would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday that you'll see the timing link of mine in the description. I'll try and get JP so I can put it in the Thursday one for him as well.
So if you're out there, please do like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the action.
Mr. Parfit is going slow, and he's just pulled it up. Sorry to interrupt, Sinker. At the fountain. What has happened to him in towards turn one? Oh, nice old compression lock, and Kurt had nowhere to go.
That was nicely slid. You can see safety car has been called. Safety car has been called.
Wow.
It might have been those two just parked on top of each other, but they've separated themselves.
This is on board with Kurt.
This gives you can see he's lost it even before he's right there. Look, he's lost it so early. Bit too aggressive on the wheel.
I think it was on the down. It was just on the downshift. That's a compression lock every day of the week. It's just on the downshift, slightly too fast on it, I would say. And that's what's caused him to pull it up, as well as Kurt too. So Mr. Davis has now caught some lap traffic. They will get their wave around though, as of the safety car restart. If race control deem it is important that they get it. It's being... Who's that in that car? Is that Ben? It is Ben. In a faux Marlboro car with SRW sponsors all over it. Back end of the field.
Yes, he was keen on doing that, and he whacked them all on. I just cleaned them up for him because they were all squares.
Oh, Mr. Ullman. I would not be looking forward to these walls either, as Simpson brings his car into pit lane. So he's actually, it seems he's just going to let the whole field pass, but does he realise he'll probably get a wave around once they catch the safety car?
He's not a lap down yet, so...
Well, he has now gone a lap down, so... Because he technically would have been... He would have been ahead of the leader. So, Brad Anderson has a big old slide at turn one, and all the drivers are getting caught up from it. Where is the safety car, Singer? There it is right there. So, safety car is out on track for the first time this season. Brad Anderson gets past the safety car.
Yep.
Got opportunity to give a quick shout out as well to our... we got about 10 minutes, Sinker, about 10 minutes. So we'll probably lose a lap or two under this safety car. So probably 6 minutes to go when we go green, I would say.
Yeah.
Good time to give us a...
Clean up pretty quickly.
Yeah, they will. They will.
We can try the safety car goes in next lap.
There'll be a couple of wave arounds to do, namely Blake Fitzpatrick, Ben Simpson, Matty Parker if he returns to circuit, and I'm not sure if Andrew Cowan is still in the server or not. It seems that Andrew Rushworth is out and in pit lane. Cowie is out there, so he should get a wave around. He's a couple laps down though, so he must have started either the race late or he's dropped out and come back.
Not too sure, mate. Not too sure.
Jace Douglas in the chat. Love this track. Hope all the guys have a great season. I'll be back for next season. Mate, I love Long Beach. This is my favourite street circuit on the entire service. of iRacing, unless you count Bathurst as a, in quotes, street circuit. It is a road circuit, but, you know, can we count it as a street circuit, Sinker? It's a country street circuit, if anything, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's traditional. It's traditionally a street circuit.
Yeah. Well, aside from Bathurst, well, actually, I think I may even prefer Long Beach over Bathurst, actually. I love Long Beach, so it's such a good challenge. And when you can hook up a lap here, you feel like you're on top of the world, similarly to Bathurst as well. But it's just, it's more, I find it's more challenging around here. Yeah.
We've done it a lot in SRW and in FRL days as well. And it's been a track which I have had nothing but bad luck on, but I don't mind it. I've got better at it because I know that I'm going to suffer on it.
Well, this was the track I took my first ever iRacing win on in the old 488 Challenge when I was in Class D. So pulled the strategy of start from pit lane and just let everyone else crash out of the race, and I took the win on the day. So it was good old, you know. And
Any
this,
wins a win, mate.
mate,
Any wins a
and
win.
not only that, I mean, this track is an absolute SR godsend. If you can keep it clean around here in the officials, you will get bulk SR. So that was also one of the strategies at play that day. So,
viewers, while you're out there, who's your pick for tonight's first heat and second heat? Let us know, because this is going to change things a little bit. The pace difference between Levine and Davis and Rigby isn't a hell of a lot. Rigby is actually he's about 5/10 off the pace, but Levine and Davis, there's only like 2/10 in it. So let's see who gets a better start and who's going to have the corners in the first few corners.
That would also probably come down to the fact that Davis has had a lot more clean air around him. Rigby's time's probably that slow because of Levins.
100%.
Being in behind him. Same for Houghton as well. But Houghton to get that kind of lap time is a very good job as well. One driver I think I'm going to be keeping an eye on in race 2, Sinker, and he's actually my dark horse to win race 2 is Mick Clifton, because he'll be towards the. He's currently paired on the road. So if he were to finish where he is, he'd start second row of the grid. He'd have Jakey Edwards, who hasn't been in the supercar in a while, and then Peter Pavlovic ahead of him. Nothing against those guys, but I think Clifton has just been on an absolute roll of momentum at the moment, and coming off his Split 2 championship win last season here in SRW, I think he'll be right for the picking to try and take this win here tonight.
Car's going in.
Okay.
Car's going in. But have a look at Joshy King leading the AMs at the moment, and his teammate Mitch Noble.
They're doing well.
Really well.
They're doing well. They're picking up the pace alongside Jamie.
Martin Lipsky's improved. He was struggling big time at the end of last season. He's put in the practice, and he's sitting there in 23rd, up 7 places. So not a bad effort at all.
I'm going to assume safety car's coming in next lap, Sinker, not this lap.
Oh, I thought I heard him say this lap.
I think they meant next lap because he's still out there.
I'm gonna go to sleep if he doesn't come in soon.
I think they just want to get us to 5 minutes to go, so they have the excuse to not call the safety car again, maybe.
So, question: do I set up my rig? Hang on, car 35.
Yes. Car 35.
Oh, Ben Simpson's passed the field on the... No, not... Who was it? Yeah, Ben Simpson, car 05. Passed the field just before, and he thought he heard him say pass the field, and now he's got himself a 30-second stop and hold in there for doing so. Oh, no.
I think the problem is, when Ben came into pit lane, he gave up his wave around chance, possibly. Or he had already taken the wave around and he took an extra one.
I'm going to check that.
Yeah. We'll double check. But this is going to be... It's going to be an intense restart, Sinker, because we've got everyone back together again.
All right. Question was, do I set up my rig in the office or in the theatre room with a big projector screen in front of me?
In the office, Sinker. Come on, let's be realistic. You don't want to be seeing yourself crash in Ultra 4K HD.
Race with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't want to see yourself just absolutely collide into a wall POV in however big the theatre screen is.
Anyway, Kurt's parking it for the rest of this heat. Too much damage. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Jason reckons race with a projector screen.
Yeah,
Get
but
out of VR,
Jason is young, all right, and Jason's not thinking of the realistic feature here of what would your wife think about you having a rig in your theatre room?
Oh yeah, it's big enough.
Oh.
Could hide it in the corner.
Okay. Safety car is in pit lane though, and we are going to get ready to go racing once again here. 5 or 3.5 minutes to go of this race. Davis will lead them away. When will he go green? He's holding them right to the line, it seems, Sinker. He has now gone green.
Here he goes. He's put it down. He's off and running.
Levin's gone with him.
Nice and clean. There's 2 wide at the back there. I don't know who it is because they're new colours.
Houghton and Rigby side by side in towards turn 1. These guys battling it out well. Oh my God, they survived somehow through there. Oh, there's been massive contact at turn 1. It's Pavlovic who was P10 on the road. All of a sudden, Noble now leads the amateurs and he's currently slotted for another pole position start in race 2.
Oh, that was close. He could have maybe even not made that Pavlovic then. That was so close.
Davis though at the front of the field, trying to pull away from Brandon Levin, with Rigby trying to chase them down. About 0.8 of a second is the gap from P1 to P2. We've got 2.5 minutes, just about, or 2.25 minutes left to run in this race. Only a couple of laps to go. And can Jamie Davis start his season on the perfect front foot forward by getting the very first win of season 4? Levin would love to do it on debut. Rigby would love to do it after having a strong finish last season at the end of the running, as Houghton spun it round to the final corner, and it's an absolute car park down there.
Look at this.
Multiple cars are trapped. They're trying to find a laneway through. It's like peak hour on the M1 when 10 cars have gone head to tail.
On each other. Oh no, that has got to be in the safety car.
It can't be. We've only got a minute and a half to go.
Oh, mate, that was crazy. And Mr. Brett Taylor's got his Angry Bird livery back on, which is good to see, but he's gone for a flat green.
So all of a sudden as well, the landscape's completely changed now, Sinker. The top 10 now has Josh King, Jeremy Bush, and Marty Hughes at the back end of it. Weston's also now found himself in... We saw that Houghton was involved. His teammate Clifton was also involved as well as those, the 2 debutants of Angus Lawford and Jaden Green as well. But up towards the FD section now comes Jamie Davis. There'll be 1 lap to go in this race. Himself and Levin have started to pull away from Rigby, but one moment like that, Sinker, where it's just an absolute car park at the final corner and the entire grid spreads out.
We did mention that corner before, that it's a lethal one. But yeah, Hamish and Mike is doing a bit of static here and there, but it's fixed.
There's not much we can do about it when it happens. Just wait for it to stop happening, pretty much. It's a better quality sounding mic than the other one.
The Brady Hayes is asking for... Here we go.
Oh, so Green's asking possibly to have it looked at.
Okay, RC is just told and reminded drivers that the spotter is speaking on comms that they will be permanently muted, because spotters are not to use the comms to talk to race control. It's only for the drivers to call in incidents, and that's it.
I want to be in that team debrief. I definitely don't want to be in that team debrief. Definitely not.
They're probably sitting there going,
oh, look at that. Cowie's been involved as well. So he's also been involved in it apparently as well, Sinker. He must have been caught up in that moment. But into the final couple of corners. Oh, I know. Do not.
Let me tell you another bit of goss. I spoke to Callum Hodgkins.
We're about to get to check and flag, Singer, so we'll chat about it in between races. Round the final corner, though, for Jamie Davis. Some lap traffic ahead of him, not going to hold him up too much. Towards the checkered flag he comes, and he wins the first race of the season. Levin on the podium on debut, and Rigby comes home P3 with Gallen and Edwards damaged. Across the line, make up the top 5. Michael Schroeder's going to cross the line in P6. taking advantage of his two teammates coming together at the final hour. Scotty Weston, Josh King, Jeremy Bush, Marty Hughes makes up the top 10, and that PER car will be on pole for race 2.
Just listening to race control. Well, no further action again. No penalties given so far by race control. They've had a lot of net code and self-punishing and things like that. So no further action. I'll tell you what, mate. That's Ripper, Joshy King and Jamie Davis. I'm not going to tell you who they drive for.
Well, that's better than what you've done previously, Sinker. So we're getting some improvements and growth here. So that's good.
I think we've actually had dual podiums before, but we won't go into too much detail.
Quietly mentioned, just nonchalantly. Oh, we've been on a podium in the same race before.
There's, have you got any teammates out there, mate?
No, not tonight. My dad was supposed to race, but unfortunately had to go to hospital. Yeah, he had to go there 2:30 in the morning this morning. He went to hospital, and he then rang me up this. He's all good. He's all good. He got moved from our local hospital to Mulgrave Hospital, where his surgeon is. So he'll get that done. He should be back out on track next week with us. So
if he's watching, take care and get well, mate.
I'm thinking his surgery is actually probably right now, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it is actually tonight.
Nice enough to his doctor, instead of playing the rock music in the background, they can have the race going on so they can listen to you commentate.
Quite possibly. We got the 5-minute warm-up to come, though. Let us know what you were telling us about Callan Hodgkinson before we really interrupted with the checkered flag.
Did you see broke another
Yeah,
SRW
I did. He's driving with his left foot. He drove with his left foot 2 weeks ago in the F1 Shadow Series round. Is he still driving left-footed?
He is. I spoke to him a couple of days ago, and he's been practicing a hell of a lot, trying to get comfortable with it. And he's not up to full pace, but he's close enough to compete, and he's feeling comfortable enough to compete. JP in the chat's gone, oops. Don't say oops, JP, because you'll be saying that every couple of days.
He'll be saying that every lap. He just needs to be like, I could have done better there. Oh, that's an improvement position. Oh, oops.
So heat 1, reverse grid. So this is going to be very interesting.
Well, reverse top 10 as my dog's decided she randomly wants to attack my headset.
Someone, I didn't hear who it was. Maybe Barbs can let us know in the chat. We've got a pit start for an incident in lap 11, I think it was.
I'm not sure. Is Barbs in the RC booth? He's not in the RC booth, so Barbs is actually not the one that could tell us. It'll be between... Oh, yeah, that's right. Barbs is not doing Tuesdays this season because he's doing Wednesdays and then he's racing on the Thursday. So they've split it in half. So Tyson does Tuesday, Thursday. Barbs does Wednesday, Sunday.
Yes.
How do I know the schedule better than you do, Sinker? Please tell me.
No, I know it very well. I did the schedule. I just I work, so I have a lot of information in my brain during the day. Yeah, so Tuesday nights now is being headed up by Tyson, Adam, and Leakey, unless Adam is away on work.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights is Barb, Stefan, and Leakey, our traditionals. Thursdays, Tyson, Adam, and Tyler, because Barb's is racing on Thursday nights. And Sunday nights is Greg with our legendary Jamie Dyke and Greg Leake doing RC. So Jamie Dyke is back in the RC team. He wants to give Sunday night racing a bit of a break, apart from when he has to do it for Scops.
So just quickly, Sinker, off topic for a second, how vocal is JP about safety cars getting called in 8.6s?
Oh, there's got to be one coming now. Surely there's got to be one coming out.
Okay, so so do we have a little bit of a crash gate scenario now where he's deliberately caused a safety car just to test RC if they would call one?
Surely as soon as he takes off the line, there'll be one. JP may or may not cause a safety car. Oh, JP, you'll be all right, mate. We've got 33 people out there watching. Thank you for joining us for the first round, the first night of Season 4, the last season for 2024. and getting ready already for a big one. JP broadcasting. No evidence, Hamish. I'm sure we could go back
We
replay it.
showed the replay, JP. Don't you worry about that. We even went in slow-mo, saw the compression lock. And
Did JP remember how many times me and him showed Tyson spinning and crashing and stuff like that?
well, I don't know if he realizes how many times I showed when Adam spun the safety car at Fuji last season. We did that about 4 times. So
there'll be a lot of fun there. There'll be a lot of fun there.
we will. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sign up for this season, sign-ups are still open for a lot of our series, although some of them you will go on the waiting list, namely this one on Tuesday night. We are at capacity, but you will go on standby list if anyone does end up not joining or not giving any reason why they haven't joined for round 1. You go to www.simracingworld.com.au. That is www.simracingworld.com.au. It is linked in the description below the stream. You register as a driver. You then sign up on the website using your PayPal account. Then you join the Discord. You come racing with us. You pick what you want to race. You can race in any series as a paying subscriber of SRW. That including the Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars series here on Tuesday nights, the Cooler Master Super Formula Championship on Wednesday nights, Shannon's Insurance GR86 Nationals on Thursday nights, the Legends World Challenge on Friday, and the Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship on Sunday night. If you are only a registered member of SRW, not a subscriber, then you can only race in the Friday Night Delight. That is the Legends World Challenge, which was incredible racing last season, Sinker. I hope when you do have your rig set up, you do come racing with us on a Friday, because I reckon you'd have an absolute blast.
Definitely will be, mate. Definitely will be, and I will be having a blast because I do like a bit of entertaining driving like that, especially when you're trying to get your way back behind the wheel and get the feelings back. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, mate. Don't you worry about that. We'll be out there. We'll be having a blast.
Starting, though, for race number 2 here tonight will be as follows. Marty Hughes will start P1 on the road ahead of Jeremy Bush in P2. Josh King, Scott Weston on the second row of the grid, with Michael Schroeder and Jake Edwards on the third. John Gallen, Sean Rigby for the fourth row of the grid, with Brandon Levin and Jamie Davis rounds out our reversed top 10. The rest of the field will start how they finished race number 1. Mark Houghton to Brett Taylor, Mick Clifton to Peter Pavlovic, Mitch Noble, Di Feldman, Brad Hayes, David Thornton, Jaden Green, Brad Mays for the top 20, Tyler Sheaf, Callan Hodgkinson, Craig Healy, Benjamin Brook for the top 24, Jacob Traynor, Blake Fitzpatrick, Brad Anderson, Angus Lawford, Martin Lipsky, Ben Simpson for the top 30, James Parfitt, Matty Parker, Andrew Cowan and Kurt Nominson. That's going to be a tough word to remember how to say throughout the rest of the season. Back up at top 34. We'll see if Andrew Rushworth rejoins the grid here for race number 2. So, Sinker, takeaways to race number 1. I think this a little bit ruins my prediction of Mick Clifton winning race 2, being that he is not starting from P3 on the road. But I don't know, maybe there'll be some carnage at the front end of town, and maybe we could see someone rise up the ranks from the mid-pack, maybe?
Maybe. I'm just looking at the names out there at the moment and thinking, who's going to be our rising star? We had Brett Taylor for one of the seasons. He's sitting there in 4th. Actually, he had a pretty good run. A good start to the season for him is really important because he usually peaks halfway mark onwards. So if he can get a good start at the beginning of the season, I can see him fighting for the title. So I don't know. He's my Pro-Am title.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb for Pro-Am.
Sorry, Am, not
yeah, for Am, sorry. For Am, I'm going to go out on a limb as Jeremy Bush has left the grid. He's back on grid, though. For Am, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that Josh King's going to win the Am this season.
Ooh, really?
Yep, but I don't think Jamie Davis is going to win Pro-Am. Unfortunately. I think going off the history, I think history may repeat itself for Jamie Davis. Nothing against Jamie.
He's
done better.
Out of title.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Look, I think end of last season he's changed his style a little bit. He's a little bit more precautious, maybe is the right word for it. And I think he proved it winning the Bathurst on the weekend too.
Well, let's see how well he does throughout this season and if he can keep himself in the title hunt and out of the tribunal. I think aside from him, you know, maybe one of the debutants like Angus Lawford or Jaden Green possibly. I don't know much about them, so they're a little bit of an unknown. You know, maybe a Sean Rigby if he can get a whole season under his belt. Maybe Brandon Levin. I'm going to go for one of our, we'll call him homegrown talents, someone who's been here for a little while. I think that John Gallen is going to go back-to-back on
he could do it.
one.
He could definitely do it.
Yep.
I've got my second camera on Mr. Brett Taylor.
Very good.
And the Fancy Pants Tasmanian.
Who lives in Geelong.
Yep, who lives in Geelong now. Mate, once you've got two heads, you can't go back.
He was only accepted into Geelong because he had two heads.
Yeah.
You can't get in otherwise. A long gridding time for this race.
Yeah, there's been a bit of discussion. Two people have got pit lane starts. I think it's Mark Horton and I think it might be the other one. No, it's not Brandon Levine.
Is it maybe Brad Anderson or Martin Lipsky because they haven't joined the grid?
Not sure who it was, but Horton was one of them because I was listening to the conversation.
Maybe Brad Anderson.
For turn 11.
He's not on track. John Gallen's not on the grid either.
They both, maybe Horton and Gallen are in, yes, 350,
Yep.
and yes, both
Okay.
those are having pit lane starts.
Well, gridding has started. Lights are up for race number 2. Hughes and Bush on the front row of the grid. King and Weston in behind. Who gets the best jump down towards turn 1? We are go once again here for race 2, and Jamie Davis has rocketed off the start in the background. He's already up a couple of spots, and he has been practicing those starts, it seems, Sinker, within the break. He's already up a few spots, as we can see. Oh my God.
Beautiful pass on the outside there. Very risky, but did it well.
Edwards is still suffering from those blinking issues, it seems, but this is a more dangerous position for it to happen to him now. There's been another car park at the fountain, but this time Matty Parker has not been spun round. So the whole field just trying to find their footing. Rigby trying to get up the inside of Clifton here at turn 6. Going to be side by side into 7. Could be a tough job on the outside line. Oh, is he going to get it done? Plenty of space given. Beautiful driving from both of them. They're still side by side. Noble, though. Oh, my God. Noble with a massive wiggle off the exit of turn 8.
Did well to hold that. Did very well to hold that.
At the front,
These
though.
boys, tell you what, cold tyres, few wiggling tails going around,
Well,
few boys drifting frontwards as well.
They don't have cold tyres anymore. The standings,
right,
the
they
standing
don't, do they?
starts now mimic a warm-up lap. So the earlier you actually get on the grid, the warmer your tyres are by the time the race starts.
Ah, there you go.
So
See what else happens when you don't have seat time?
Come around to start lap number 2. Jeremy Bush leads this race by 1.4 seconds over Marty Hughes, Scott Weston, Jake Edwards, Jamie Davis, Michael Schroeder, but Davis is all over Edwards now, who's stopped blinking for the moment. So maybe now once the grid kind of spreads out a little bit, his blinking gets a bit better. Hopefully it does.
Tell you what, the cars do look good on this track. You get some really good close angles from them as well.
Some great lighting on this track as well, because obviously it's right on the beachfront.
It makes the colours.
It really does. It really does. If this track had night lighting, imagine what a night race would be like around here.
Cool. It would be pretty cool. It'd be a bit like Abu Dhabi.
I think Mark Houghton and Ben Simpson have had a moment possibly down at turn 1.
Something's just happening at the front. Davis just passed Hughes. Tell you what, those top 4. Looks like he's giving it a bit of love. Give it a bit of love. I'm going to take my camera to...
You did it as I just opened it, Singer. That's fine. We'll close it again and you can change it. I'll bring it back up. As Bush is...
take it up front. These boys are fighting like crazy, but I'm going to go down the back of Matty Parker.
Oh my God, Weston was saved by the inside concrete barrier. Then he was nearly turned around by Marty Hughes and spun around the wrong way. The actual concrete barrier on the right-hand side saved his car from over-rotating. So it ended up being, he just helped him around the corner in that sense, but could be a little bit of side panel damage on the EWR car for the moment. As I believe there's been an incident in the mid-pack of the field, Sinker as well. If it'll let me
Mate, these guys are driving like crazy. I've got my my camera on Matty Parker. He is one guy who I think if he had the time to really practice, he would be up top with some of the fastest guys around, man. He's a natural driver, and he just doesn't practice. He just doesn't have time. He's always working. He's always doing, oh, another rotation. Oh.
So we've had a question about Green's bumper. This is what happened to it. He had Parker on his inside. Oh, and he just couldn't get it turned in. Could not get it turned in.
He's missed his brake marker for sure.
It was side by side. The thing just would not turn. No, there's no harm on Parker's part there. He hasn't hit him in any way. He's been squeezed.
Yeah. He's just given him the amount of track he wanted to give him, and that's, is that Parker spinning in the back?
Maybe it was. I was just quickly checking out how James is doing at the moment, a bit further back in the field.
Abusing those tyres, abusing them. Davis is in the front already.
He's done well to get up there. On board now with James Parfitt. Now, that forced off track. Well, he's technically not forced off track because he's not off the track. He's still on the track at that point. His car just hasn't turned in.
Yeah, you can take your racing line. You've got to give each other room. I think it's more about him missing his braking point than anything, because the front end started sliding well before he hit it. And once you miss your braking point on that damn corner, and you try to turn, forget about it. The front just slides.
For ease of mind, and so we, there's a little bit of door to door, but it's not that Matty has actually deviated from his line. He's ran it wide. He's locked the brake and he's gone into the wall.
He had too much pace into it. He's actually lucky he hasn't gone even further out wider, because he would have got an off track there as well. Isn't that pit entry? Oh no, it's a pit. It's coming from the other way. No, it's all good. Mr. Puffett's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Magic Dragon.
Yeah, Puffin the Magic Dragon. It's P26 at the moment, up 5 spots in this race. It's going nice and clean at the moment. Brad Anderson letting the field past him. He's being led by Jamie Davis, Jake Edwards, Scotty Weston, Brandon Levin and Michael Schroeder for the top 5. Then it's the top 3 of the M's. Marty Hughes, Josh King, Mitch Noble in behind them at the moment. Yeah, it's like on that one, Green obviously he's tried to stay off the blue line to not get an illegal part of the track across the pit exit. And then, he's just locked the front, just hasn't gone in.
You don't get slowdowns from those red lines.
Yeah.
You're going to get a slowdown is in certain sections where you can actually jump the curbs. But most of these walls won't give you slowdowns. They'll just give you 1Xs and 2Xs.
He just means on the blue line. So he hasn't necessarily squeezed him across the blue line. So it's just
this corner coming up here. If you cross too much closer to their right hand wall right there, you can get a slowdown there. See where Jamie Davis is there. If you cut a bit more,
you
get a slowdown. You get a slowdown, and you could also after that you can't get one for a little while.
The next one would be at turn 6.
Going on there.
Yeah, Edwards he's pulling into pit lane, so whether this is a scheduled stop or he's realised he's blinking bad, I'm not sure. Weston and Schroeder also in. Have we got a safety car?
What?
Have we got a safety car? Because a lot of people are coming in.
I didn't hear no one. Safety car has now been called, yes.
So, Parfitt and Anderson have been involved in an incident. Where have they had their incidents? Because they're the only two I can see on track that could possibly cause it. So Parfitt spun it at the final corner. Well, he wasn't there when we came round, so it must be Brad Anderson, surely. Oh, yep. Oh, hard into turn 1. Careful of the rejoin.
Well, there's not much he can do there for rejoin. I think he's got too much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to steer it and he couldn't control it. He's gone the front end on that.
Safety car back out on track for the second time tonight, Sinker. 7.5 minutes into this race.
Yep.
So we didn't go quite as long in race 1 without one. We went a bit longer in race 1, I should say, without a safety car. This race we've gone slightly earlier.
Yeah. I'm wondering what this is going to do to the race strategy. We're into the first 8 minutes. They've got 32 minutes.
I think
plus.
they could come in and pit. They probably get home, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too, because we're going to have at least 3 or 4 minutes of a safety car.
Yeah.
And that's going to take them into 30 minutes left, easy, 28 minutes left.
So the thing now is, right, Davis, he has two options. He either comes in, gives up the positions on track, where the majority of the field's already come in, or he just... Gone. It's come back.
Problem is Jake Edwards went in.
Yeah.
That's
come in.
That's
so he either has to come in and answer that, or he has to go further now and go to the end of his tank, hope for there isn't another safety car, and that he can build up his gap. So he does that, and another safety car, he's done. That would just end for him into that strategy. So it's going to be a tough balance of deciding. He hasn't come in at this point, obviously, so he must be going long. It could cost him the race, Sinker. Honestly, it could cost him the race.
Red Wall out there tonight. He's not, is he?
No, he's not on track tonight.
JP must be listening to Steve. We're spinning. Bit of old humour. Pricey, the Pom is having a tough night out so far. He's going to be licking his wounds and he's learning it the hard way. Pricey, I suggest you should be out there too. Nothing wrong with giving the old V8 a spin.
Well, that's it. Although he would go on the standby list at this point, and obviously a couple of drivers have got genuine reasons why they can't race this week. Yeah, I know. There's not much we can do about it other than wait for it to stop and then come back.
It's because he's eating those popping lollies, you know.
The pop rocks. It's either I use this mic, which periodically will decide to disconnect, or I use my other mic, which peaks really easily and doesn't sound as nice. So I'd rather deal with the cutting in and out every now and again and hoping that it happens while Steve talks, to be honest with you. So but I appreciate it nonetheless. As Di Feldman has disconnected. Steve talks a lot, so it kind of carries me a little bit.
Look at this, mate. Joshy King. Oh, hang on a second. Just pause and take a snapshot.
Yeah, no, you got two cars in the top three, three cars in the top five.
3 in the top 4.
Yeah, 3 in the top 4, 2 in the top 3. It looks like Di Feldman has just disconnected from the session as well, Sinker. I think the weather gods may have actually gotten to her up in Queensland, possibly.
Yeah, for those of you up in Queensland, I hope everything's all good and you guys are holding out for the storm. We have got 29 minutes left of this race, so I'm not sure what Jamie's going to do here. This is part of the race that has been making Jamie unstuck as well. More strategy than anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Strategy has beaten him out to a lot of points in a couple of races last season. So my fault probably, because I should have a spotter in there for him.
Pricey, you don't have to worry about your livery looking all right for tomorrow. Just rock up in a like a rainbow coloured car. That's what gets Nathan Verney screen time every week on SFLs. It'll do the same for you, don't worry.
Just use your 86 one on top of this one.
I can make a joke that your liveries look like that's what you've done, Sinker, but I'm not going to.
Safety car will be going in at the end of this lap.
Very good. So we'll be.
Who just pitted then?
Hey?
Who just pitted?
That was Matty Parker coming into pit lane. So whether that's a penalty or not, I'm not sure. I don't know why he would get a penalty. I must say as well, actually, if any of the drivers watching out there and they want a little bit better of an understanding of the rules or how they can be applied, highly recommend reaching out to RC and just seeing if you can sit in with them one night, just to see how the conversations happen and how they explain how the rules happen as well. It has enlightened me over the course of doing odd RC jobs, or also going in for tickets on a Monday night and actually understanding the rules better, because it allows myself and yourself, Sinker, to look at incidents, and we can look at it from not only a broadcast perspective but an RC perspective and think, would this person get a penalty for this? Is there a reason why they would? You know, if there is, then...
I used to, obviously, when I was racing on Racing the Lounge, and everyone would come whinging to me, oh, yeah, I'm sick of this. And one of the biggest offenders was Mr. Greg Leake. He would go off weekly. I've had enough. I'm not racing anymore. These RC are crap. And now that he's in there and doing it with them, he's like, yeah, I can't believe what I was thinking most of the times. And they're off. Are they off?
Oh yeah, mate, not yet. We haven't even got to the line yet.
No, coming up last corner. Yeah, and now he's revisited it and he's seen it and he understands it a lot better. It looks like Jamie's going to go for it, is he? No.
I think he's going to hold them to
Away
the
from
same
that
spot
corner,
he
what he
held them
wanted.
last time.
Yeah.
And we are not green, and he's holding them right to the line. Sinker, he's gone. About 10 metres before the start-finish line of the race. And we are under green once again. Davis leads to Levin, King, Noble, Pavlovic, Taylor, Fitzpatrick, Thornton, Brook and Hodgkinson. Pit stops have been involved though, and it has taken a couple of people out of that course. Currently, Jake Edwards, if everyone's pit right now, he would be the provisional leader of this race, but he may have just been taken out of it as there's been a massive car park at the fountain. Brook and Schroeder have been spun round. Edwards was lucky to survive. But how long can he survive? And look at that, he's having to trim the shrubs, is Schroeder in the background there, taking out a couple of roses with him. Hopefully he gives them to the life.
Get caught up. It's just, it is. That is the worst place. You just got to try to. There's no reason to try to pass in that area or get your nose up inside someone. You just got to take it easy through there. It's just one of those spots where you got nowhere to win or lose.
Especially off a safety car restart as well, Sinker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one.
Oh, is that Curtin Emerson running around without a front wheel on your screen? His front side, the front left, is looking very, very low on his car further up from you. It might just be the load on the car under the brakes. Oh, no, it's fine. That's fine. This is what happened to Brook.
The Parker at the moment because he was in 11th place and he's worked himself down, I think.
Oh, so he actually served him early, but was Brook maybe coming across on him and not realising he was there possibly as well?
No, it was. Tyson just said it was a massive net code.
The net code's been a big issue here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, look at the grass cutting of the.
I know. I hope Michael picked up some flowers for his wife when he went through there, because no point destroying him for no reason.
There's a few PR boys in there getting themselves fixed up, getting a refresh.
So that was the moment.
Control chatter.
So just a car park down there at the roundabout.
So Benny Simpson. Blinking a real lot. Benny Simpson's up in 10 places, mate. This is the guy that's usually sitting around the back end of the things. So
he's someone that I've previously seen in a wet race, I believe in 8.6s, driving around with the pit limiter on. So he is definitely driving above himself right now, which is good to see.
Yes,
and hopefully he can get better and better throughout the season.
Yeah, well, he's definitely trying to. He's definitely trying to. And you know what? That's what it's about, getting out there and having a go. The spread of the laps is ridiculous. There's some really tight spot. Tyler Sheave, Craig Healy, Andrew Cowan. I'm going to switch my camera across, Hamish, to the boys down there I was going to. James Parfitt has just got himself into a mischief. Kurt Newmanson and those boys down there are having an absolute blast. There we go.
Speaking of Ben Simpson, what's happened to him down there? So we had James in behind. Oh, and is he being served?
Put him in the back.
He's giving him a serving.
Puffett goes. He's blinking all over the place. He was there 1 minute, then gone the next.
He is actually blinking, to be fair to James. So
yeah,
the benefit of the doubt, I think, actually has to go to James on that one. To be honest, he is blinking in and out of existence. So
yeah, you can't out nowhere on him.
The Shadow Realm claims no friends when racing in IRacing.
Even there, he's like, oh, what are you doing there, Benny? Lucky disappeared.
Very lucky. David Thornton at the moment on debut, currently up 11 positions in this race after getting caught out in some carnage in race 1. Blake Fitzpatrick's also up 21.
Ben's been told to return to pits and fix up his internet.
Yep.
So he'll probably be on his way back in there now. 32 people out there watching. Thank you for coming and joining us on round 1, the first race of round 1 in our amazing Warren Brown Supercars Pro-Am night. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification button.
We've got a massive week ahead, Sinker, as well. You guys will see all the broadcasts have been set up already, as they normally would be. Tomorrow night, Road Atlanta action for Super Formula Light's going to be massive to start out that championship before we have a F1 Shadow Round triple header after that for the 3 weeks after. 8.6s begin their Australasian tour of the year at Oran Park. Legends will be running the national circuit of Silverstone on Friday night. And we'll be back here in Long Beach for the Sunday night Supercars as well. So a massive week ahead for you across all 5 of our series. Unfortunately, GTDs did not continue this season, Singer, but we'll be having conversations in the background to see if we want to start up a 6th series, what day it would run on, what we'd want to run, and how best we could approach that and try and get all of our ducks lined up first before we decide we're going to, pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think the 6th series will be a very big surprise for people. Oh, I tell you what, who was that?
That was Michael Schroeder, I believe it was.
Kurt Newenson. He is flogging that car like crazy in the bottom screen there. And the tail end is going everywhere. He is really... Oh, someone's blown an engine.
Yeah, Michael Schroeder's going to blow his engine. He went straight into the wall at turn 7-8. This is what happened to him.
What, iRacing's got to get on top of that.
So he was already damaged.
Yep.
So why was he already damaged?
No, he's hit the wall
yeah,
again.
He's just gone straight in. So he'd already caught damage somewhere.
A car that's blown an engine on the track should drop oil.
Well, I think it does actually sometimes. I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean, like, slippery.
Oh, well, I mean, that would depend if he's blown a rod or not. He might have just blown a gasket, and then all of a sudden it goes kaput. But Schroeder looks like he is going to make it round to the pit entry. He might even just... you see, if your car's that damaged at this point, Sinker, surely it's just worth cutting the pit entry and turning right there and just taking your stop hold penalty.
Yeah. Safety car's been called.
Oh, he's pulled it up right there.
Oh,
so he's actually pulled it up right on the last corner. He couldn't make it back. And Davis is
Jamie's
straight
gone
in.
It saved his ass. Jamie's gone in.
Well, has it saved his ass, though? Because Edwards is right there, and this is a long, slow pit lane, Sinker.
Oh, have a look at this. First 10 cars are going to be going in. Jake Edwards was the first one to go to the first stint, so he's going to get himself at the very front.
His teammates stayed out with him. So Callan has stayed out looking to push it ahead.
Strategy. Oh, but Callan hasn't gone in yet.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't come in. The next car for position that has come in is Scott Weston. Scott Weston came in on lap 5, so he actually came in a lap earlier than Edwards did, as did Mick Clifton. So all of a sudden, my prediction's looking pretty good that I made in race 1, Singer, about Clifton winning race 2. But I'm not going to flog the dead horse too early because we don't know if it is going to happen. Jamie Davis has dropped all the way back to P9, but importantly, he will have fresher tyres on this supercar and will be able to attack those guys a lot more around here. Seeing as this track is a tyre killer, he will not
he's got
want
20
to...
minutes, 18 minutes to do it, plus another 2 minutes of safety car, 3 minutes of safety car.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to have 15 minutes to slog it out. Will be very interesting. There's another dice roll there.
Well,
and we'll see how the boys come out.
Sean's saying...
you know, we thought that was early for those guys. I can't remember why they went in that early.
Well, I mean, realistically, that was like 7.5 minutes into the race, Sinker. They had about 3 minutes under safety car. We are at the third safety car of the night so far, so currently Laura Anderson's on wood for being correct. You know, with this second safety car, they could quite possibly make it home off that early stop. So we'll wait and see. Sean in the chat saying, shame GTD isn't continuing. It was a great series. Well, unfortunate, Sean. People just didn't want to race on the Friday night. You know, I loved calling the races, obviously, and it's a shame that we couldn't get the significant numbers for it. I don't think it works very well for a sprint format on a Friday night. I think that series will work better if we ever introduce an endurance style.
Before we had it in the longer enduro format.
Yeah.
Still died in the ass. It's just one of those things. I think Friday night's just a cursed night.
Oh, apparently Cowie's logged in to... he's logged into the wrong. No, he's logged into the wrong one. He's logged into the wrong one because he's logged into the old room. I'll have to remember to give him a new room next season. But at least I went in as champ from Sean. Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, Mr. Rushworth is out, so he's not racing anymore in this race. Unfortunately. There's my dog.
There's a few casualties tonight.
My mum's dog that I'm looking after is just chewing on this like plastic stick thing in behind me, and it's very, very scratchy on my ear right now, I must say. So, but we deal with what we've got, don't we, Sinker? And right now,
747 Simmons has changed handle the 747 Simmons on the chat on YouTube. Well done, man. You're a legend. Once Chris at the 747, man, you got to stay. I'm really looking forward to Thursday night, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday night. It's going to be a cracker all week.
I'm excited for tomorrow night for the SFLs. I mean, that series has been getting better and better.
I'll be in my theatre room watching it on the big screen. I'll tell you what, with the high-speed internet I've got, it is absolutely amazing.
Jace, not everyone has racing helmets they can go racing in. His latest comment.
We all should do a night racing with racing helmets on.
Not everyone has a racing helmet. Yeah, what?
I'm not sure what that would achieve.
Yeah. Hang on, how would you go if you had VR? You kind of have to sandwich it in the visor of the helmet.
Actually, you can get VR helmets. So instead of having the goggles on, it's built into the helmet.
Yeah.
But they are a packet, a big packet.
I'd rather not buy a VR helmet, if I'm honest. That would just get way too hot on your head, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
So Ben Simpson coming past the field now. Hopefully this time by he has been invited past the safety car.
686. Blake is debating his pit exit, whether someone passed him or whether he wasn't or not. There we go. Benny Simpson, is he going past or is he going
He's come past.
Yeah.
Where if he had come in, he would have given up his wave around.
Yeah. He's changed his name on his bonnet too. Have you got a 747 on the bonnet?
I hope so. I hope he's sponsored by American Airlines or Qantas.
The tail section like Qantas.
Yeah, if he raced in Supercars, the Mustang rear wing would almost look perfect, like a Qantas rear pillar on the back of the airplane.
And if he shaped his 747 into like a kangaroo, it would look killer.
Oh, I'm giving you all the ideas.
Oh, dear me. Here he is, maybe.
I hope he has a dogfight livery on his car with the big smile on the front of it.
Oh, where is this safety car? Is it coming in or what?
I forgot to actually put up the safety car graphic for this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sitting here thinking, this could be, I mean, that went longer than I thought it would. We're at 25-minute mark now.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of wave rounds to get done.
I don't think Jamie's got enough time to get back up the pointy end, mate.
Oh, don't be so surprised. We could see some carnage. The issue. Oh, Aaron's there. You'll have the fern on the side of it. The problem.
That don't crash.
No, that's Malaysian. That's Malaysian Airlines flights that do that, Sinker. But the problem that Jamie faces now is okay. The danger that Jamie now faces is he's in the mid pack of the field, where there could be, if there's one car ahead of him that spins around in the fountain, could be game over for him. He could just be stuck there.
The other thing as well is that the two fastest guys are right beside each other right now.
Yeah.
Jamie Davis has got Brandon Levi behind him, and they're both the only guys that have got the 19s for this race so far. Everyone else is sitting in the 20s as the fastest lap. So he's not only is he going to try to get in front, but he's also going to watch his rear window.
So right now, this race is being led from the front by Blackout OPR. Feels like a Friday night GTD race when you say that. Yeah. But no, we are on Tuesday night Supercars. Jake Edwards leads with Callan Hodgson across the line as we get started once again with 13 minutes to go in this race. Everyone, barring Callan Hodgkinson, has fueled up to the end. Could he be going for the one stop? As Clifton is... Oh, he wasn't quite there to be able to poke his nose on Weston. Green is right on him, though, in towards the fountain. Do we keep it clean this time by? Or is there an absolute car park happening once again? We look pretty good, Singer. Everyone's started to settle in for the long haul towards the end of this race.
Yeah, looking good. Callan Hodgkinson is not adverse to playing team orders here. He could quite easily back this grid up right now.
Which I think he is.
And it's in the rules.
This looks like that's what he's doing.
In the rule. And Jake Edwards could take away 101 as retiring his car. Too much damage. Choose 101.
101 is not in the field.
Oh. Maybe I heard that wrong.
Was it 104? Was it Brad Anderson, maybe?
No, I thought it was 101. Doesn't matter. Or something 01.
Oh. 991 for Andrew Cowan.
Might have been.
Oh, there's been a moment at the final corner. Angus Lawford, Blake Fitzpatrick, an absolute car park down there. It's an absolute car park at the final corner. Heaps of cars have been stuck up and caught out by this one.
Oh, no. Is this car... someone's turned all the way around facing the wrong way.
Yeah, that's Angus Lawford.
They're going to reverse. No, they're not. Are they? Yes. No.
They're going past him. He's going to have to wait his turn.
Sorry, dude. You haven't reversed. It's too late.
Oh, and look at that.
Man.
Bush couldn't even get it turned round.
All right, they're investigating it. This is lap 17. Yep, under investigation. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like a fair few cars got caught up in the middle of it.
So now we have to think about, could Edwards and Hodgkinson even lap some cars at the back of the field from that? As I think Green and Weston started to have a little bit of biffing and barging through turn 8 as well. Look at Edwards. He has pulled far away from the field as Hodgkinson has started to hold these boys up to try and give his team at an advantage here. Great team strategy from them as they come down towards the Formula D section. Are there any cars still lurking around there? No. Angus Lawford has finally gotten going again. But a massive moment towards the end of this race that has caught out a lot of drivers and given a couple of them a healthy lead over the rest of the pack.
It's unreal, mate. It's pretty much battles everywhere. I'm just going to go to Peter Pav and give him some love out there because we do love the Pelicans, but he's got a group of guys attacking him like crazy across the back of that. Generational talent, Jake Edwards.
Unfortunately, Edwards apparently also has 10 generational old internet. He's blinking like he has dial-up at the moment. So
yeah. Do we have a replay of the incident? Do we know what happened there?
We'll get one going.
What was the case? Because at the moment we've got Jake Edwards and Callum Hodgkins with a remarkable lead of nearly 5 seconds, 4.6 seconds. Doing really well at the front. The boys that have gone through, Brendan Levine and Jamie Davis, those two must have been involved in that incident.
I believe
on
they
the
were.
corner. Brendan Levine's got up to 7th, whereas Jamie is sitting in 9th.
This is what happened. So, Hayes poked the nose on Lawford. Oh yeah, and then he spun around Davis as well, so he got the double tap. So Hayes might very well have some answering to do off the back of that one.
Yeah, he has. I think I just heard him say incident responsibility for 145. Brad Hay.
Mount Druitt ADSL connection, don't.
It's the Martians, mate. It's the Martians.
Elite. Green though on Western now inside line at turn 1. SDK's decided to have a sook once again.
Close.
I'm going to quickly reload up SDK again, thinking because it's decided to have a sook. So
that's all right, mate. That's all right. That was amazingly close between those two guys. Such a risky manoeuvre across there. Unbelievable. Jamie Davis has just set the fastest lap of the race, the 1:19.371. Brad Hayes is right now doing his pit stop. Mitch Noble and Peter Pav in the bottom screen having a great little ding-dong, following each other. Blake Fitzpatrick, Mitch Noble, Peter Pav, Sean Rigby, Tyler Sheaf, all really close behind each other fighting. And here we have at the front Mr. Jakey Edwards and Callum Hodgkinson with a bung foot sitting in second. He's going to be stoked.
His left foot deserves an MVP award at the moment.
We did say that corner was going to give issues, and it has. That corner has given us 3-4 beautiful little bits of issues for people to watch. Look at this, 2x2 under the brakes. Coming up, see who's going to go first, who's going to take it long. Is he going to be able to get it across the outside? No, he's got it on the inside. Nice work. I don't mind the new pink on that livery, replacing the orange.
Yeah, they did it for pink round of vets in round 1 and haven't gone back to the orange just yet. We saw Scotty Weston had a minor spin earlier, but actually managed to keep it going whilst we were getting everything fixed up. So he's back on the hunt as Jaden Green now sits P2 on the road. Edwards has managed to build up that 7-second gap, or 7.8-second gap, all thanks to Callan Hodgkinson holding up this field. He will need to pit eventually. So these guys will be released past him eventually, but by the time that Edwards builds that gap, it might be already over before the checkered flag flies, Sinker.
Matty Parker has just called an incident in. He sounded so deflated. He sounded like he's having a mongrel of a night.
I believe it's this one with David Thornton. So he's down at turn 1.
Someone who's been asked to visit the race control room afterwards. Oh, who's that?
David Thornton.
Oh, Mr. Thornton.
Oh, my God.
Oh, someone's trying to take that.
Yeah, that was Parker. That was Parker. He was trying to avoid him, and then he's pulled it forward.
Oh, no, that's going to be no holding brakes. We have got down to the last 5 minutes of the race.
Oh, look at that. I mean, he couldn't even see him.
Oh, Matty Parker has been... Matty Parker was on... Matty Parker was having an absolute shocker of it tonight.
That's what you said about Matty Parker about 4 times, then finding what you wanted to say, Sinker.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I was just listening to Race Control, just promoting Jaden Green for arguing on the comms, and gave him a bit of a chat too. Hence why my graphics are up, trying to see who was talking in the chat. Tell you what, Blackout, OPR, these boys have done strategically and a magnificent bit of racing there. Callum has backed up that field nicely to 9 seconds. Jaden Green's going in for a drive-through that he was called for. That's why he was having a chinwag about an incident. Mick Rockstar Clifton, Hamish, he's sitting on the top step.
Well, he's P3 on the road, Sinker.
Well, 1, 2, 3 on the top steps, I was supposed to say.
Okay.
And he's got himself a second and a half off Mark Horton. That's a great drive there, mate. That's amazing.
It is. And you know what he'll be hoping for right now as Ben Simpson nearly gets absolutely collided from him. He'll be hoping that, number one, Hodgkinson needs a pit to finish this race, and that Jake Edwards' ADSL connection decides it doesn't want to play ball anymore.
Pitted yet? Is he the only one? I think he is.
He's the only one who's not pitted. So unless he is at ultra fuel saving, I don't know if he can actually get home from this point, but it'll be a hell of a...
Be ultra fuel saving because he's got...
He's holding them up, and, you know, he's not really pushing too hard. There's race controller just over the radio at the moment. Sinker, what are they saying?
He's talking about an incident, and someone told behind permission, so there's going to be... The incident's going to be investigated after the race. But I'll tell you what, great bit of fighting there between Peter Pav and Mitch Noble. They're having a great little scrap, which is awesome to see. Watch it, Mitch. Don't put that nose in too sharp. You'll get it taken off. Oh, he's been rotated. Mitch Noble's been rotated. Who was that by?
That was by Pav.
Sean Rigby.
Oh, Rigby, yeah.
Yeah, Sean Rigby's giving him a bit of extra loving as he's come around that corner. And giving him a spin. That's given Peter Pav a lot of free time. But he's like 15 seconds off his teammate, Blake Fitzpatrick. It's John Gallen.
John Gallen.
He's having a rough night tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not having a good one out here at Long Beach. So
yeah, he's usually way up front. So Callum Hodgkinson is an M.
That he is.
Taking the top spot. Josh King is in second, and now Craig Keeley is in 11th. Mitch Noble had that spin just before, but have a look at the pros down the bottom end, mate. They're having a rough night.
Yeah, I mean,
Ricky Allen Brooks.
David Thornton on debut got caught out. Green's been caught out by a penalty as well. Rigby's now had a moment in the background too. He's dropping spots and he's hard in the wall. Could this be? Oh, it's not going to be a safety car.
Missed him.
They did. Only just did they miss him on track. Where's Edwards?
If for a bit longer, someone's going to hit him.
I was going to say Edwards could have hit him. He was coming up to him just then. He's still blinking in and out of existence. And right now, Hodgkinson is trying to hold back Mick Clifton. We've got a minute and a half to go. Possibly 2 laps left to run in this race. Can Jake Edwards' connection survive long enough? Can Hodgkinson's car get home on the fuel it's got in this race? All questions that will be answered momentarily.
Well, it's an amazing effort. I mean,
Incredible
there's 3
effort.
safety cars, so he's had about...
Well, it's only been 2 in this race, though, so he only had 2 attempts to actually fuel save under the slowest of conditions. On board with him now.
Well, he's doing 121s.
Yeah, and
so he's got the pace to do 20s. Oh, he's finally got past.
Oh, he has 2, and Hodgson went in the wall.
Is that an engine or fuel splatter?
I think that might... Is it fuel splatter? It's fuel. He's out.
He's out. No, tell me he's not even going to make it.
He's out of fuel. Surely. He's so close. There's been absolute scenes ahead of him. King spun it round. He's into pit lane. All of a sudden, Mick Clifton's up now into P2, which we expected to happen with Hodgkinson not pitting just yet.
Yeah. Jamie Davis has got himself back up to 4th.
He's done well. He's done
I'm
well
not
to
sure. I
survive.
didn't see him pass Levi, but that must have been a great effort. Must have been in the last few corners. Freo. Oh, Mr. Freo. The Freo one. Edward Spotter is red hot tonight. Don't tell me you're spotting for him. That's the sort of thing Freo would say. Is that our Freo?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
As we come up to the final sector now, he's in the pit lane. He did well. He did well. Great team play from him across the period of this race. Final corner, though, for Jake Edwards. His internet has survived to the end of this race. Down towards the line for him. In the supercars for the first time in a while.
Horton's past Davis.
Well, Edwards is going to take victory for race number 2. Clifton's going to come home in P2 on the road. Davis is right there. He's gotten past Levin and Weston as well. Down towards the line for them. Clifton P2, Davis in P3, Levin in P4. Weston's going to survive to get home in P5 ahead of Blake Fitzpatrick. Josh King is going to take the win for the amateurs here tonight in race 2. And my pick for the championship. My pick for the championship's looking pretty good at the moment, Sinker.
He is, mate. He is. That's how we won the AMS class in the 86s, and the boys have been doing a fair bit of practice. I've got 3 boys on the podium,
yeah,
mate.
you do, but you only
get Noble, Josh King in the AMS, followed by Craig Healy.
Well, you're only going to be able to chat to 2 of them, Sinker, unfortunately.
No, that's okay. I don't need to chat to them. They know that I got the love to spread around for them later on. Well, the podium run is now over after 4 races.
Yeah, he's finished on the podium every single race Sean's raced in, and now it's gone. Yeah. So unfortunate, Sean, but that's what Long Beach can do here. And Mark Houghton, I think, has actually run at a fuel sinker right on the line.
That's what I thought it was, because he was sitting in 3rd, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. Oh, he is. He's just sitting there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not moving. He's probably waiting for Mick to try and push him around.
There's a few boys running out of fuel. I can hear a few cars spluttering on the track. Wow.
He might be waiting for... Yeah, I think he's waiting for Mr. Clifton to just push him over the line.
Yeah.
So, I'll give each other a hand. Sheafy did well back in the Supercars tonight. P11 on the road for Velocity Racing Team. Debuting in the Supercars for that team. He raced in the Supercars at the last season of 2023 for Velocity Sim Labs. Has now made a return to the series this season. He was actually the final entrant into the sign-up sinker. So it was a last-minute choice by him. But he is out there with us.
Yeah, you what? Jakey Edwards comes back to the V8 Supercars and starts it off with a P1 for... I still can't remember their name really well.
Blackout OPR.
Blackout OPR. It was on the tip of my tongue. But so in the broadcast room, as Tyson is just talking about, we'll have Jake Edwards, Mickey Clifton, Jamie Davis, and the winner of the AMS, Josh King. Thank you. Oh, look at that. That was a nice little spinner. Who was that?
I believe that might have been Weston when he went round and kept going at that point. But we're just sitting here with Mickey Clifton as we wait for himself, Davis King, and Edwards to join us here in the booth. Expect repeats. This is Jedward's lobby now. Oh.
Boys are doing some burnouts out there for us.
Have you got it on the second screen, Sinko?
We've got the Team SRW cars facing each other. Jamie Davis is facing us, and then one of the other boys facing them, and then we've got one of the Primal boys going to back up to them as well. Oh, that is unreal. I love it.
There's a wildfire happening in California right now. You might think that, but no, it's just some burnouts happening from a couple of supercars on the streets of Long Beach.
Hey, where's my interview? Sorry, mate. Only winners.
Maybe we'll have an interview with him at the end of the season.
Oh, look at that beautiful burnout there by Joshy in the new grey livery he wanted.
I still had his green livery on the car.
No, we changed that over.
Okay.
The green. Oh, hang on.
I did update my TP. That might be Mitch Noble you're looking at, maybe.
No, it's not. That's Josh King.
I am a winner. I survived. Hello, Tyson.
Who's our AM winner again? Thank you.
Mitch Noble.
It is.
Josh King. Josh King. Sorry.
Yeah, Josh King as well. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Doing his burnout as we speak. Rev those little puppies. Am I a winner? I survived. Mate, this is not the Naked Survivor.
He's the one international they have on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here every year, is JP. I'm an Englishman, get me out of here.
One night out back in Australia, mate, if you're looking for his little Tetley tea bag.
All right, Singo. Well, we'll get these interviews going in a second. I'll be back in just a moment. So chat to the good people for a sec here. Me dog's whinging to go outside, so I'll be back.
You take your dog out, and I'll start it with the King in. Here he is. If I can just grab him, and it won't let me grab him. Here we go. Done. Joshua King, Bathurst winner. Now we're at the US of A, winning round one for the AMS. How are you, buddy?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Not too shabby, mate. I'm a happy team owner, mate. You know, backing it up with two teams winning Bathurst on Sunday, and then backing it up with a third and a first for the AMS, mate. Is this going to be an AMS season like your 86 AMS season?
Oh, I hope so. If I put in the work and give it a red hot crack, it might be on the cards.
You reckon it could be the new grey livery?
Oh, I reckon it might be.
It might be. It might be a bit of hoodoo gone.
That's it.
Even though on Hamish's broadcast, it's still the green one, but on mine, it's the grey. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, no, I registered it in the server in the green car, so it would have been that on the
Okay, yeah, and I registered later, so picked up that one. Well, mate, give me a quick 5-second snapshot. How was Bathurst?
Oh, it was hard work, but a well-deserved win.
Boys did a bit of teamwork. Which car were you in? The first car or the second car?
The green one, second one.
So you were in with Brad and Jamie?
Jamie and Brad, yep.
Jamie and Brad. So how much of a stint did you do?
I do 50 laps.
Nice. 50 out of what, 160 odd, was it?
Yeah.
Nice, mate. Nice. Well, this is your first, I'm pretty sure this is your first win in the AM class in the V8s. Is that right?
It is.
Mate, another cherry popper. You're a Bathurst winner and a first round win. Mate, it's all looking great guns from here. I know that you boys have been doing a fair bit of practice and some new teammates as well. So it looks like we're going to have a massive grid in the 86s as well.
Yeah, the field for the 86s look very strong for us, so should be in for a good season there.
Excellent, mate. Do you know who gets you out on track? Who supports the Team SRW Motorsport?
I do. I'm just trying to find the list at the moment.
It's Warren and Brown Tools.
Yeah, Warren Brown Tools, Shunts.
That's it.
Where are we?
Shannon's,
Cooler Master,
NeuroPower,
DSL Rail Services.
and DSL Rail Services.
Yes.
That's it, legend. And Grim Industries. Don't forget Grim Industries.
And Grim Industries.
They're the guns who help us out a lot. All right, dude. Have a good night. Get some practice in. You racing tomorrow night?
Sure am.
Tomorrow night and Thursday night?
Yep.
Mate, you're not going to
And
get
Friday
any
night.
break at all. This dude races, I think, the most out of the whole team. Him and Mitch race.
I reckon Josh and Mitch should come race on the Friday in the Legends.
Maybe when I make my comeback, I'm not going to put them pressure on yet. But
Yeah, no, I reckon you should hurry up and get your rig set up and come join us.
I'm gonna put the effort in this week at some point to get it set up, mate. Definitely will be because I'm missing out and I'm itching for a bit of fun out on track. Well, congratulations, dude. Very proud owner over here, and continue the form. Nice and clean racing tonight, which was what we talked about. So good work, mate. Great work out there. Congratulations.
Cheers, fellas.
Alrighty, now we get to talk from one Team SRW to the third place on the grid, Mr. Mr. Jamie Davis. Mr. Jamie Davis, Bathurst winner, podium taker. How you going, mate?
Yeah, a lot less stress now.
Well, that pit strategy was a pearler, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't do any fuel calculations and stuff, so if I saved in the first safety car, it would have been all right not to pit, but them's the brakes.
It is what it is, mate. I think we're going to have to make sure that we get a spotter out there for you boys on a Tuesday night, because that's probably the weakest link we've got. I think strategically every now and again we stuff it up because we're all doing it on the fly on our brains. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it'd be handy, but yeah, that was just me under preparing and just sort of jumping into it half an hour before the race.
Can you trust Dean with calculations, Sinker?
He's not too bad if it's money, but if it's anything else, don't worry about it.
All right, so I need $50 to get home in this race, Dean. I've currently got $37. How can I make this work?
That would make him work. He'd probably work that out. But apart from that, nah, forget about it, mate. He'd be too slow on the old calculator. Anything technology, he'd be all over the Red Rover, mate. Jamie, how does it feel to be a Bathurst winner for one thing? Not real world, obviously, but on the track in iRacing, and then back it up with a really solid performance tonight.
Yeah, no, the Saturday was a big one because I done a Bathurst with Jacob and then won that one with him, and then stayed up all night with Josh and Brad and done another Bathurst with them and won that one. So Sunday I was pretty tired. Went to a baby expo with the partner and I was walking around looking through my eyelids.
I don't know how you boys did it. There's definitely not something I'd be up for, that's for sure. But it was good to see it happen. Officially the first title outside of Sim Racing World for Team SRW, so I was very proud of that. And Dean said congratulations as well, as even though he hasn't got out there and spoken to him about it, mate. Anyway, dude, who gets you on track and supports the Team SRW Motorsport team?
I'd like to thank Warren and Brown Tools, Shannon's, Grim Industries, NeuroPower, DSL Railway Services, and then everyone who puts this series on: race control, organisers, commentators, and competitors, and all the supporters that watch as well. Hope we can put on a good show for everyone.
It is, mate. We had good numbers tonight, over 35 at one point, so it was excellent viewing. Congratulations, dude, and good luck for the rest of the season. I've told the boys this would be your last Tuesday night season, so
yeah, definitely my last one.
Yeah, hopefully we can take it home with a title.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be a good boy and not hit anybody. That's just going to be the plan, and then everyone, the last few winners have all won just by being clean and consistent, so that's my aim.
Excellent, mate. Excellent work. All right, dude. Good luck for the rest of the season. Chat to you soon.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Hamish. See you.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Hamish, take it away with, if I can just move it. Won't let me move him out.
It's all right. I got your Sinker. I got you.
Yep.
I was very nice to you, JP. Don't worry. I was very, very nice to you. tonight, as you'll find out when you watch it back. But we'll drag in the rockstar Mickey Clifton for P2. Mick, after winning the Split 2 Championship last season, you get off on the right foot tonight. I did actually pick you to win race 2 here tonight. Unfortunately, though, when you were caught out by your own teammate going into the wall at the hairpin on race 1, it put you back a little bit and took you out of the top 10. But regardless, a strong performance from you, mate. How was it trying to get through some of these car parks tonight? Did you feel like you were in peak hour traffic some of these points in this race?
Yeah, hell yeah. That was hard. It was lots of fun, though. You just plow through them.
That seems like the mentality of a lot of the drivers tonight was they'll just foot to the floor, hope for the best, and hopefully you make it through. But
I hit the brakes and just hoped I didn't get anyone. So I got scraped through a couple of them. Okay. The first race was the worst one. I would have been on for a front row start.
Well, mate, obviously, it's a long season ahead. 9 races to start P2 or to finish P2. In race 2 tonight, that's still going to be a pretty good feeling. Good chunk of points for you, obviously, means that, if you have a really, really poor round later in the season, this doesn't have to be a drop round for you still to get to take those P2 points. But, what a tough way to start the season. How does it feel from a driver to have to rock up to this place, try and get as good of a performance as you can? Because, I said it last week in Vets, this is going to be a championship winning round, no matter what series you're in when you're racing here. This is a championship winning or losing round if you have a poor run. Do you think you've gotten off on a relatively good start now, looking forward to the rest of the season?
Yeah, I couldn't be happier because this track's real tricky. You can just get caught up in an incident easy. Anyone's incident, so just to get up on the podium, I'm very happy with that. That's my first podium in SRW, outright podium, I think. So
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you actually finished outright podium last season anyway.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to check that.
I think I can fall.
taking a step up and getting a podium on the first round back. It's amazing effort, mate. So the rockstar Clifton is out front row, banging it with the rest of them, mate. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, fellas. Trying to win Split 1 this year and do a gallon.
We'll see if you can, mate. But let us know. Help us get you out on track. Anyone else you wish to give a shout out to as well. For myself and Sink and the rest of the league, congratulations on your P2 here in race 2 and for having such a strong start to the season for yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Hamish, Steve. Let's like to thank Abby Timber, Primer Wheels, Box and Lock Narang, Modern Deck, and all my teammates, and the missus for letting me do this. She's a bit crook at the moment, so get well soon, babe. And to my mate Gavasco, who passed away a couple of weeks ago now. Just this one's for him.
All right, mate. Condolences.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Mick. But hopefully this is as good of a way as you could have hoped to have at least honoured him in some way tonight by getting P2 on the road. Best of luck for the rest of the season, Mick, and in all your other racing endeavours this season as well. I don't personally think this will be the last time we see you on the top 3 steps. In fact, I said John Gallen was going to go back-to-back this season, but I reckon you could be one of the heavy challengers for it. So best of luck for the rest of this season, mate. We look forward to seeing how you go.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Thanks, mate.
Can't wait.
All right, we'll
Excellent,
move
mate.
on to our race winner here tonight, who did it in incredible fashion, pitting under the very first safety car of the race on lap 6, when Jamie Davis, who led the race, decided not to, got his teammate to hold up the field so he could build the gap in an incredible team strategic play. Jake Edwards, it's been claimed that this is now the Jake Wood show here tonight. But mate, what a win for yourself. Yeah, it was claimed in the chat that it's the Jake Wood show now. Who claimed it? I need to get their name again. It might have been Burb.
Yeah, it was a bird person?
Yeah, it was Burb. Upper Jedwards. Yep.
Nice. What a guy.
Mate, Jake, excellent drive, mate. Were you in the same room with Callum and Discord having a bit of a chinwag?
Yeah, so I was in the same room as Cal. But I knew Cal would be struggling a little bit because he's only got one leg, the poor bastard.
Yeah, I know. I had a chat with him during the week, and he was telling me all about it and how it looks and everything like that. What I was more interested in about was he fuel saving or was he backing up the rest of the group?
Nah, he was fuel saving. Yeah, he was trying to make it no stop. So
You know
good on
what?
him
You
for
do
backing
say
up the
that.
field.
You do say that, but I've raced against Callum, and I've seen what he does under team orders.
Yeah.
It's not against the rules, Jake. He's
No,
not
100%
he's
it's
not
not, mate. I reckon
illegally
it's-
holding anyone else up. He's, if he's blocking within his legal right of two moves and just holding
Oh, he
people
was
up.
hard to get past.
Yeah.
He was so hard to get past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
so-
is good. That's what you want.
Oh yeah, and
He's a great. Look, I had when Brad Wall was racing for Chris Cross. I remember this one race in the V8s where Callum had backed me up, got me in a position, and slowed enough down for Brad to take me on the outside. And then as we come around the corner, he's taken off on me, and Brad's moved past me as well. And I'm like, dude, I just lost 2 places to a team. They just bottlenecked me.
Yeah. It's always good when it happens. Not to you, but
Yeah, it is. It was good fun. I mean, it's racing, man. I love it. I love it when teams race as teams because I mean that's what everyone does in the real world. There's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it in iRacing. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, but how did it feel, mate? You led a fair bit of that race.
Yeah, look, I was getting scared with my internet. My internet just went to the.
Yeah, we've had
crap
claims
station.
claims of Mount Druitt ADSL levels of internet here tonight.
Yeah,
myself,
it's.
so.
Oh, I live in Penrith, not Mount Druitt, but yeah, you could say that. Yeah, it was pretty horrible, but it lasted, so that's the main thing.
Well, it's a good job it lasted because it managed to allow it to back up what the Panthers did on Sunday and actually win something. So, yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh well, no, they've been. It's been proven apparently that they did not get gifted the win by other angles.
That wasn't it. Well, we won't talk about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They released footage. Doesn't matter. But I mean, Jake, you had an incredible effort tonight, mate, to get it up the front of the grid. You rolled the dice early. It paid off for you in this one, and well, I mean, what a way for you to start your championship run. Are you going to be able to race in every race this season, or will you miss a couple?
I'm hoping I can make it every race, man. So it should be good.
Mate, we love to
Excellent,
hear that.
mate.
We love to hear that. Let us know. Helps get you and Blackout OPR on track. Anyone else you wish to give a shout out to as well? And for myself and Sinker, congratulations on your first win of Season 4 of 2024 here in the Warner Brown Tools V8 Supercars Series for Tuesday nights.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'd like to shout out Burb Scuderia for giving me the shout out on YouTube. Shout out to Tom Frio for giving me a spot and helping me out with the setup. He ran me in the right direction, which is good. Shout out to all the Blackout OPR boys and Blackout OPR themselves, which is Blackout Electrical Solutions, Simrigs.com, Palmerston Bakery, Distraction Sim Supplies, Shunt Seniors, and DSM Painting and Decorating. Shout out to those boys.
Very good, mate. Best of luck for the rest of the season ahead. We look forward to seeing how you go, and especially best of luck next week when we go racing at Road America.
Beautiful, too easy. I'll see you then, boys.
Thanks, mate.
Take care, mate. Take care.
Well, Sinker, what a way to start out this championship. The break went by within a blink of an eye, and race number one's gone by within a blink of an eye. And I think we'll get to the end of this season, and we're thinking to ourselves, not only where has season 4 gone, where in the hell has 2024 gone? Like,
Mate, I was thinking about that today.
we'll be thinking about some of the awesome stuff we could be opening at Christmas time. Will Santa bring me a Camus wheel or whatever people might be wishing for out there? But
and things like, we've got round 9 of this season. We've got the Sandown 500. There's prize money to be won. There's an amazing day of qualifying and some special off racing on the day before. The Sunday's the big race. What a way to finish the season. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, we've got months away. It's 8 weeks away now.
yeah, it'll go by within a blink of an eye. Like it
It'll
will.
be Christmas and
Yeah.
who knows what the
And
hell's
then
going to happen.
we'll be back for season 1 next year. All of a
I
sudden.
know. 2025, season 1. I've even lost count how many years we've been doing this for now. I can't even remember when we started SRW anymore. It's all just blurred into one big race.
So, Singer, I've got a question for you, being that we are so close to the end of the year. What do you think is going to come first? Your first win or Shibby coming back?
Well, Shibby started playing indoor again, and he's got a new baby. So I'd probably be, impossible either way.
It's a real Sophie's choice, isn't it? But it has been an incredible night of racing once again, ladies and gentlemen. A massive season ahead of us here on SRW for the Supercars coming your way this season. We showed the calendar earlier tonight, but I mean, more and more still to come with an incredible calendar on offer. Road America next week for round 2, Mugello the week after for round 3, Aragon for round 4, Motegi for the halfway point of the season, then Algarve, VAR, Most Sport, and then Sandown at the end of the season, all culminating for Tuesday nights on the 3rd of December. It's a massive season ahead. It's a massive week ahead for round number 1. We mentioned it. Next week, we go racing at... tomorrow night, we go racing at Road Atlanta for the Cooler Master Super Formula Championship. Thursday night, we head out to Oran Park for the start of our Australasian tour of the GR86s. And then Friday night, we head out to Silverstone National Circuit for the Legends World Challenge. And Sunday night, we'll be back here in sunny California for Long Beach once again with the pros on track in the Supercars. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon as well so you are notified whenever we go racing here on SRW TV. It's a massive season ahead. You do not want to miss any of it to come, with prizes to be given out, with championships to be won. You do not want to be anywhere else here on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. But we have to give a massive shout out to all of our series sponsors, including our series sponsors, Warren & Brown Tools, for continuing to support the Tuesday night Supercars and the Sunday night Supercars, Cooler Master for their support on the Wednesday night Super Formula Championship, Shannon's Insurance for their support on the Thursday night GR86s, as well as all of our other sponsors, Shunt Scenery, DSL Rail Services, NeuroPower, and Grim Industries, as well, the home of the V8 Coffee Table, which can be found on Prime Video's Top Gear Australia in the news, interviews, and studio segments. But I've been Hamish Munro, joined as always by Steve Sinkovic. Until next time, we hope you stay safe, we hope you drive hard, but until then, bye for now.
This is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chad Moskin and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down to the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because, tell you what, Reece Tanak and Jamie Dyer